special day. This is a very special time. Show me a hill I can climb. Give me a mountain to move, and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. Up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
Very special day it is, and it is a terrific Thursday. And actually, I've got, let's see, my guest this morning, my co-host, our mayor, could not make it in today. He was out doing his mayor business, but we're glad to have you guys with us this morning. And yeah, Mayor Justin Green comes in on Thursdays. He's my co-host now.
Okay.
So yeah, but he kind of has other duties this morning. So we're so glad to have Becky Day with us this morning with the Old Settlers Days, and we have Jeremy Elliott with the Old Settlers Days, also with the museum. So exciting! Thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks
Absolutely.
for having us.
I think you couldn't get my family. This is our favorite time of the year. My family, like all of my daughters, and we go crazy over Old Settlers Days.
Great.
And you guys do a fantastic job.
Thank you.
And so we're going to find out, and we know that behind the scenes, you know, anytime you put on an event or an activity going on in the community, it's a lot behind the scenes to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to find out the magic behind the curtains, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's thank our sponsors this morning: Meadowview Healthcare Center, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rosa's Restaurant, Fox Perley Wealth Management, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, McAllister Land Consulting, Springer and Springer Insurance, the Louisville Bats, Sneck Medical Hospital, and Temple & Temple. Thank you for our great sponsors. Becky, you and I and Jeremy, we're going to kind of hang our head a little. The Dodgers ended up getting the Reds season last night. They ended their season and lost in Game 2. And so the Dodgers will go on to play the next round.
They got a tough one.
I know.
Phillies. They got the Phillies next.
Yeah. Well, we do love our Reds, and we just kind of sad about it.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we are.
But that's okay. We're not going to leave them. We're still loving them. So. Anyway, we'll just shoot.
Got next year.
That's what I was going to say. Next year, you know what I mean? You know, it was funny because a few years ago they would be like, "It's a rebuilding year," and they were like, "You can't keep saying that," you know.
Yes.
Right.
And I, you know what I mean? Hey, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'll let them say whatever they want to say. I love them. I think they're fantastic. So, anyway, so sorry about all that. I do want to say last night we had a successful Coach's Corner. Thank to Chris Hunt and McDonald's for hosting that. Tonight we'll have San Francisco 49ers at Los Angeles Rams, 7:30. Catch the action on Wslm. And the Reds, let's see here. Then Friday we'll have Salem will be playing Eastern right here at the home game.
Yes.
It's going to be a fun game. Whenever, that's kind of it's always exciting whenever you bring the two county teams together. West Washington at Perry Central, and Indiana Sports Talk at 9:30. Saturday we'll have Illinois at Purdue. IU has the bye week, and Texas at Florida, and Indiana Sports Talk. Then on Sunday, which we're going to be giving away the tickets today for the Raiders at the Colts, and New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. So there we go. Sports action going on. All right, let's jump in and see. Well, let's see what today is. Chris texted me and said, yay. Yay. All right, let's see what today is real quick in history. It's always kind of fun. And since we've got our history buff with us, Jeremy, let's see what we've got in history. Or actually, today is, I guess. The second day of October today is Bring Your Bible to School Day. Okay. I remember someone talking about that someone brought their Bible to school, and somebody, I guess, was kind of making, this has been years ago, made a comment about it, not a real nice comment, and the person said, well, you try it. You try to carry a Bible around all day long and see what kind of comments you get. I mean, you got to be pretty brave to do that, you know. So awesome. Guardian Angels Day. We all need our guardian angels.
Absolutely.
I think sometimes mine works overtime. What do you think? International Day of Nonviolence. Love that.
Yes.
It's always cool.
National Custodial Worker Day. Love those custodians.
Oh, yes.
I
They
am.
have some great ones.
Do we ever? And I always have to go by their cart and see what kind of cleaners they're using, because they've got the best stuff. Do they not?
Yes.
What are we using? What are we using for this floor? Because
They
it looks
should know.
so good. National Fried Scallops Day. Becky, can you eat fried scallops?
No.
Jeremy?
I can.
Okay, I can't either. Jeremy, you can have our share, okay?
Okay.
National Name Your Car Day. Becky, name your car?
Yes.
What's your name of your car? I love this.
Rip.
Rip? Is there...
I'm a Yellowstone fan.
Okay.
So,
Wait, that's hilarious. So you get to be with Rip all the time?
all the time.
That's hilarious. That is so funny. What about you, Jeremy?
Oh, I am.
Well, mine's, Rubicon, so I call it Ruby every now and then. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's other words that I call
Right.
But, okay. National Poetry Day.
Great.
All right. Anybody do a poet right now?
Oh, no, off the top of my head. Well,
It's great. Oh, do you have one?
oh my gosh. So do you remember I don't know if all of us had to do it or not. Do you remember in 8th grade, did you have Ginger Morris?
Yeah.
She made us memorize a poem.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if I could recite it or not, but
Let's hear it, though.
it was Langston Hughes, and it was called Dreams, and it was, hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow.
Nice.
Wow.
I remember that from 8th grade.
I love
Impressive.
it. That's very impressive. Oh, my goodness. I love that. Very good. Jeremy, that was on the fly, too. We did
Yeah.
not.
Yes,
We,
it was.
that was wonderful. Very good. Very good. National...
I should have really had a John Hay poem, but I don't have any of those memorized.
Okay. But I'm very impressed with that. That right
Thanks,
there.
Becky.
Yeah, that was very impressive. National Smarties Day, the candy Smarties.
Okay.
Okay.
In Ohio,
Made in Ohio?
I believe so.
Oh, wow. Did I,
You're
I believe
full of
so.
information.
Smarties
I'm
and-
telling you.
Smarties and Dum Dums,
Oh,
I think are both made in Ohio.
those are wonderful, those little dum-dums, yeah. Oh, those are great. Did not know that. World Day for Farm Animals. Becky, what's your favorite farm animal?
Farm animal. My favorite. Well, cattle.
Cattle.
Yes,
Moo.
yes.
Yeah, and they've got the prettiest eyelashes, don't they? Little calves, just,
That's what we have. That's what we like to be around.
yeah, yeah. What about you, Jeremy?
Pigs.
Wait, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. That's so funny. They're just fun. They're just,
They are.
yeah.
They're great.
They've been on my TikTok feed a
Pigs
lot.
crack
I've been
me
watching
up.
a lot of pigs. Yeah, I know. The funny things they do, I don't know. Those, now that we're talking about it, it'll really be on my feed. I would have to say, I'm going to put a horse as a farm animal. I guess
Sure.
the horse would be mine. Yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be completely mine. World No Alcohol Day, which will have no alcohol at Old Settlers Day, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So those are some holidays. Get out and enjoy. All right, let's jump in. First of all, let's find out. Let's talk. We are on the 150th anniversary.
Mhm.
How exciting!
Yes. I've really wasn't for sure what the number was.
It is.
And I was
1875.
Like, wow.
I know, I
150
know.
years.
I know. Who in the world could have thought of this? So, Becky, let's first of all let's find out a little bit about yourself, because you are the president of it, and tell us how you got involved and how long you've been. Tell us your background with Wslm.
Okay, so I was kind of figuring this up the other day. So I have been involved with the festival for around 20 years.
Wow.
I'm probably the oldest one in our group currently. And I got involved with the festival. Bob Holler, he approached me
Well
and
played,
to see if I would be interested in a position, a treasurer's position, and things like that. And I told him yes, and then I've just kind of stuck with it since then. You know, I was like, you know, Bob always, I never felt like he told anybody no, and he was doing thousands of things at one time and stuff like that. So I was like, I can do that. I can help with the festival. I can manage home and kids and things like that. And then I've just kind of been here. My kids have kind of just grown up with it.
Yeah, yeah. Well played, Bob.
Yes.
And and he had such a wonderful, contagious attitude of gratitude and just completely involved in the community, which loved him so much. And I'm so proud that you've stayed with it. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot. And it and what a blessing that we've got you. Doing this. Yeah.
And we've had some this year. I've been really pleased and appreciative. I've had a few other individuals who have come out to want to help. Maybe not take on a role in a board way, but just, I mean, we need those other people. So we've had some come out here lately, and it's been very nice because they've hit the ground running to help with myself and the others to get this festival to where it is going to be for the weekend.
Right. And you said some younger ones. And isn't that wonderful?
Well, they're not quite younger.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but just new.
Energy.
And, yes,
Energetic.
Yes.
They have a pulse. They have a pulse. Okay.
Yes, we always need
I
volunteers.
love that, right? No, you do.
If anyone in the community
festival
wants to help, we always need volunteers.
I think that's very important. I think everybody feels that, because, you're juggling a lot going on and getting it. And I think, we're going to go over kind of the activities and getting the date, getting, the activities going and all of the things, getting everybody where they need to be and everybody called back, and all of that. I don't think people sometimes realize what it goes into putting an event together like this.
Right. And it takes many people because we
Yeah.
have to divide and conquer.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Becky, and how many years you said?
Around 20.
I love it.
So, yeah.
Well, you keep going. No, you got it. You got it, girl.
Yeah.
I'll be your cheerleader, encouraging you.
Okay,
You got
thanks.
this, Becky. You got this. You got this. Yeah, but that's who we know. Like, if we need to go to somebody for something, what I mean? Yeah. So that's always pretty cool. And Jeremy, let's tell them about your background, because you work with the museum or work at the museum.
Yes, ma'am. I've been at the museum now for 13 years. And so originally I was on the Old Settlers Committee. I had to give that up a couple years ago. I'm generally kind of overwhelmed with all the responsibilities that I have at the John Hay Center. So I don't get to volunteer as much as I want to, but I do still help, obviously, to get everything ready for the festival.
Right.
Since it's on our grounds. It's been on our grounds for 45 years now.
And what a beautiful way to showcase.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we always talk about this, and I said this the other day, it's hard to be like a hero in your own hometown. And I feel like we have this treasure, right?
Yes.
And we have this treasure, and a lot of times we just drive by it, or maybe like we've gone for prom pictures or
Take it
wedding
for
pictures
granted.
or whatever pictures, senior pictures, and we do that, but we don't realize like what a treasure this is and how beautiful this is.
Absolutely.
And I think we're all guilty of that, And then whenever we bring outsiders, from we encourage anyone listening to this, if you're from out of town, please come and see this. And it's so fun because you hear people, oh, I didn't know, Salem had this. I didn't know this was
Yes.
here.
I hear that all the time, Becky, on tours.
Yeah.
That people didn't know we existed. I hear that from people in Scottsburg.
Yeah.
That they didn't know we existed.
Yeah.
I've heard that 3 times this year from people from
Well,
Scottsburg.
We used to have like a saying, like one of our biggest secrets or something. And I remember Anita, she would always say, from the chamber, she would always say, why is it? Why do we have a secret? You know what I mean? Why are we not? So it's like,
Right.
okay, we're not. I remember,
Good
or
question.
something like it's kind of one of our little kept secret, and
Yeah.
it's like we don't want it to be a secret. We want everybody to hear it and enjoy it and be a part of it, you know. And so I love this because this showcases what we are blessed to have here,
Right.
and it showcases and also lets people to realize to come out and see this, you know, on a regular basis, and you know, and also have a great time with this. It's a great time to celebrate.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
It is.
And I feel like if you go back years ago, and like, you know, we talk about the Peak and Forth, you know, and you know, the pioneers would come in and, you know, sit and have picnic and enjoy. And then, you know, the Campbellsburg festivals, it stayed very strong. And of course, that used to be like the Red Barn, the Red Barn
Yes,
Festival.
right. Yes,
So
ma'am.
you go back to those times, the history, the rich history, and then you go back to our old settlers days, the big history of this.
Right.
Right.
Now it's kind of like our beautiful time, and what a beautiful weekend we're going to have.
It is.
Absolutely.
This is like well played.
Like you
Yeah.
said, best time of the year.
It is absolutely gorgeous. And of course the leaves are changing, they're falling, it's just great.
Yes.
So we're going to get into all the activities. I do want to say I did look it up just to see what they said about Old Settlers Days in Salem, Indiana. And I thought this was very interesting, okay? So let me see if I can get to it here. Okay. In the early 1800s, Washington County was settled by pioneers in the Indiana statehood in 1816. Jeremy already knows all this. By the 1820s and 1830, reunions and community gatherings became a way for families to celebrate their shared frontier heritage. Many Indiana towns began holding Old Settlers Days to honor the county pioneers. These events often featured speeches, storytelling, food, music, and reunions. How apropos that we're still doing this. Isn't that gave me
Absolutely.
chills. That I love this tradition, and I love that we are still doing, because everything that they just said years ago, our pioneers, our ancestors, our forefathers did, we're doing.
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? I mean,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
we've not, you know, gone off that path. I think it's
Right.
fantastic. In the early settler families, Salem's version emerged from the wider movement, and of course it just goes on and tells all like the history of it. And I thought that was so cool for it to explain that, kind of lay that pattern down for it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And that was that's Chat GPT.
Wow.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, you know what I mean? I thought I was sitting here, actually last night listening to Chris Hunt talk. Not that I wasn't listening to you, Chris, but anyway, but I thought, you know, I wonder what Chat GPT says about our Old Settlers Days. And I just thought it was really cool, and like it talks about the crafts, it talks about Old Settlers Days, still celebrated downtown Salem each October, you know what I mean? And is organized by Heritage Festival featuring craft booths, pioneer era demonstrations. I just thought it was really cool. It doesn't have it on here, Becky Day and Jeremy Elliott, but I'm going to see if I can get them to add that to it. You know what I mean? That ought to be a staple, right? Yeah. So I just thought it was cool. But anyway,
That is
yeah.
cool.
So I thought that was cool. But anyway, let's jump in. So we got a weekend full, and we're going to come and celebrate. So tell us what time do we begin?
So the festival will begin at 10 o'clock with an opening ceremony with the singing of the national anthem by Madeline Brown on Saturday. She's one of our high school students, and Miss Kemker was able to help me with that. So she's got a student for each day to begin with the national anthem. And then the festival will go until 4 o'clock, but the day is full of activity. So we are actually introducing back a Pioneer Pie Contest. So we'll be doing a pie contest this year. Those entries can be brought to the museum from 9 to 11, the basement of the museum. We're some stipulations: homemade crust, no canned filling, you know, just a general homemade pie.
Any certain flavors? Are you doing fruit? Or
Nope, it's just whatever they would prefer. So we didn't do anything like that. We were just gave them kind of a couple of bases we wanted them to go off of, and they'll turn them in. They will be judged at noon, and then at 1 o'clock we will announce the winners at the porch of the of the general store, because we will be selling slices of the pie, and then those it's going to be a first, second, and third place. So we're going to have a little auction. So we're actually going to auction those desserts off.
love that.
Yes, and Tara Kreitzer has agreed to be our auctioneer.
Oh, I did not know she could do.
she thinks she's not an auctioneer, but she's like, I can do this.
I
So
love
she
it.
is, yes. So
I bet she can.
I
we talked
bet she
about
can,
that
too.
last
I
night.
bet she
so
can.
she is going to be doing the auctioning of those 3 items at 1 o'clock on the porch.
Now, I do want to say, I was a judge years ago,
Uh-huh.
and I just want to say this community is like out of sight on their desserts.
Yes.
Well, I
I'm
believe
just,
that.
yeah, I would always have to say, well, I need to try that again.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I have to really get another taste of that. I just want to say we have got some
Yes,
that can
we
really
do.
lay it down. Yeah,
We do.
so that's going to be so much fun. And what time do they need to have it ready then? And what time
They'll need to have it dropped off between 9 and 11.
9
in
and
the
11.
museum, and they'll have to make sure that they bring their recipe with them, because that is needed.
I think that's
Yes.
the way to go. You know, especially with all the allergies and stuff. You know, if
Sure.
there's- yeah. So
Yes.
that makes sense.
And then, of course, from 10 to 4 is where our vendors are going to be open, our demonstrators. We have the blacksmith will be back this year.
I'm so happy about
We
that.
will have Cameron Cornwell will be in the carpentry shop again. And then we will have Joanna Mount and Mary Jane Hamilton in the loom house, and they are invited some others to participate. They're going to do some weaving and some looming, so there will be those demonstrations as well. Of course, there will be the ham and bean dinner at the depot, hosted by the Canton ladies.
Mm.
So there will be ham and beans at the depot for the
Will
day.
they have cornbread?
They will have
You know.
cornbread, and I believe Nikki had said they were going to do barbecue as well. So you know, if you're not a ham and bean eater, but they're going to have barbecue, and I think they said mac and cheese. And when you talked about desserts, those ladies can cook desserts, because that's one of my favorite
Yes, they
stops
can.
to go is to get dessert.
Well, and I
I'm
love
with you on
barbecue
that,
macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
It just now I'm totally torn between 2 lovers. Do you know how to get all this in, right?
Right, exactly.
And those ham and beans are
It's
delicious.
hard to pass beans and cornbread.
I know. You're right, Jeremy.
Yes, it is. It
Well
is.
played. They've got, yeah, this is good. Okay. Well, thank goodness we've got, several meals we can eat during the
Yes.
day, right?
Yes, exactly. And then we'll have other food vendors there in the parking lot of the museum as well. So we'll have Corky Vance is going to be there. Troy Mary is going to be there on Saturday.
His hot
with
dogs.
His hot dog
Yeah, he is.
stand. There's going to be the Busy Bee. They're from Mitchell. And then, of course, we're going to have Hayes Lemonade Shake-Up. The Icy Spoon is going to be there. So we have a variety of other food there at the parking lot of the museum. We're going to have music on the porch of the John Hay House beginning at 11 o'clock, and that will be done by the Salem Dulcimers. They're going to perform at 11.
Love that.
We're excited for that. And then we're going to have a couple of times throughout each day, at 12 and at 2 on both days, we're going to do a story time in the schoolhouse. And
Do you know who the storyteller is, or is it a surprise?
No. So like for Saturday, Tara's gonna take a shift, and I'm gonna have a shift, and then on Sunday, it'll be Katrina Humphrey and
Oh.
Stephanie Vines.
Oh.
And Jeremy has given us some resources for some stories that we can use to just read for the kids that are
Yeah.
in there.
I love the storytelling. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And kind of looking down my list, let's see. We are going to have lots of vendors. Deanna Bagshaw has really worked very hard on this. She's did a great job with it. And she kind of sent me some of what we're going to have. We're going to have, of course, Gerard's will be there on Saturday with their woven Amish rugs. We'll have a couple of different ladies who are going to have baked goods. On Sunday, we will have a lady with J. Bloom, the the permanent jewelry.
Oh,
We have one vendor with wood crafting, some personalized magnets. We have a vendor who is going to be doing a hat bar as well as a shirt bar, so that will be something you want to stop
those
by
go
and
over
see.
so well.
Yes,
Those are so much
I'm
fun.
excited about that. One vendor does custom night lights and ornaments. We have one that does natural remedy like aromatherapy items, crystals and gems, car fresheners, air fresheners, that kind of thing. Kind of just looking over pumpkins and mugs and fall decorations. Looks like candy apples. The Silver Lady will be back. Hunter Ridge Winery is one of our vendors, so if you're needing to restock on something, stop by, they'll be there. Scentsy, candles, you know, we've got lots of stuff coming in our way. Personalized prints, paintings and prints. A lot of talent. We've got a lot of local people. We've got Shepherd's Bluff Dairy Goods, their soap. They'll be back again. A lady who's doing like hanging kitchen towels and holders and things like that. So we got a lot of local talent here, but we've also been lucky enough that we've been able to get some others from other counties coming in and things like that. So we're very fortunate. I do not want to miss this, because I know this is a big thing for your family, but the Rotary will be there again with apple cider and parched corn. They'll be set up for both days as well. So and we appreciate the Rotary, because also another contest that we are going to be doing this year, we did it a couple of years ago and we brought it back. We're doing a scarecrow contest, and those items can be brought to the depot starting tomorrow from 10 to 6. And that event was sponsored by the Rotary Club, and so we're excited. We're going to, hopefully we get a lot of entries, and we're going to display them around the village, and there'll be a first, second, and third place, but then we'll also let the crowd pick a people's choice. So one of the activities that you could do there is just kind of look at the scarecrows and select one that, vote for the one you think should be the People's Choice Award. So we're going to do that, and there'll be an art show in the basement of the museum again this year, which highlights art from the 3 local county high school students. That event was sponsored as well by Rotary, so we're very appreciative of their sponsorship.
Absolutely.
And I want to highlight, when we talked about the pie contest, that is sponsored by Lloyd and Fordyce Insurance. So we appreciate them helping sponsor these events, and we're hoping we get a good turnout on both places. I know the art show is already set up, and those ladies do a wonderful job bringing their students' work over, and we have some talented kids in this community.
Boy, do we ever. Yeah.
And it's nice to be able to let people see their artwork and be recognized for their talents.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Wow, this is exciting.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and so pretty much on Sunday, we will start the day at 8 o'clock actually, with a church service by Pastor Adam Livingston,
which is
for Salem Community Church.
Fantastic.
He's speaking with Katrina Humphrey. She said he was very excited about it. He brings a lot of energy.
He does.
And just to spread the word of God.
And to sit there in that building.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
The Pioneer
and
Church,
then like the sun, beautiful. It's a beautiful morning. You hear, everything waking up, nature waking up, and you're sitting in there listening to a sermon. It just.
And he's been very big on promoting it, that he's going to be there and encouraging like his congregation to come and others to come. So I'm hopeful that this might be a good crowd, that some of us might be sitting outside the church with the windows open, listening to his message on Sunday, and we're excited about that.
Wouldn't that be kind of traditional, though? Wouldn't that be kind of cool? Wouldn't that be kind of like going back in history?
That was a thing.
Yeah. And on Sunday, we announced the winner of the pie contest on Saturday.
Okay.
But on Sunday is when we will announce the winner of the scarecrow contest. So, and that will be at 1 o'clock at the general store as well. So that's just kind of the days are kind of similar both days, but the contest, we did one day and one the other. So and everything will be on display, and we've got music on Sunday by the Warriors of Christ at 1 o'clock.
Oh, they are fantastic.
And then at 2:30 we have the Salem High School Guitar Club performing.
Oh, they're wonderful.
We appreciate that. And then going back to music on Saturday, at 1 o'clock Jared Kirshner is going to be singing for us. And then at 3 o'clock we're going to have the Lease family performing. They actually came a couple of years back, and we were able to secure them again for this year. So we like having that music set up on the porch, because it's kind of in the middle of everything, and there'll be seating so anybody can just stop just to listen to the performances and things like that. But we're super excited about it. And then Jeremy's going to talk about the historical tours because they're listed on there as well. But that's why I had asked him to come, like just to kind of plug it in a little bit.
Yeah, we love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeremy, the doors always welcome Matt's out for Jeremy. We get him.
Appreciate that.
I just know that I always make him tell a story. That's his. I don't let him leave without a story. But no, we're so happy to know that you guys. You got it really going. I mean,
Yeah.
you got.
Making sure I had everything.
You got everything. Yeah,
was
talking
like-
about a packed
I asked
weekend.
my group, I was like, just send me anything that you want me to make
Sure.
sure I put out there.
Well, it looks like your group's done well.
Yes, they have.
Everybody's done,
They have.
yeah, and that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, so then let's jump in and find out about these tours.
Yes, ma'am. So both Saturday and Sunday, the staff of the John Hay Center, including myself, will be leading historical tours along Brick Street or East Market Street. They're going to run on Saturday starting at 11 a.m. and go until 3 p.m. There's 7, I think, on Saturday and 6 on Sunday. And on Sunday they go from 12 to 3. So we can take between 15 and 20 people per tour. It is a $10 fee for the tour. But we're hoping that those will fill up and you'll learn a lot of history about Salem and the Brick Street, the history of the Brick Street. I will say, Becky, that the tour should be about 45 minutes to an hour in length, and in all sincerity, it's about maybe 30% of the history that we know on Brick Street. Because if we told you everything on Brick Street, it would be a 2 to 3 hour tour.
That was
So
Gilligan's Island.
we're going to break that up. If we have good success this year, then maybe next year we'll do a completely different set of stories.
So
We're going to talk about
yeah, go ahead,
we're going to
yeah.
talk about the street itself,
Okay.
how we got Brick Street. I don't think people recognize the historic significance of Brick Street. I know the mayor has told me that a lot of people complain about Brick Street and that they would like to see it paved.
Oh, I'm so sad. I did not know that.
Brick Street is 111 years old.
Wow.
It was also the very first improved roadway in the town of Salem. So that was the first improved roadway. Prior to that, it was dirt and gravel, nothing else. So the Brick Street was the first paved street in the town of Salem. And obviously, with it being Market Street and a main thoroughfare to the square, it has a lot of history. We're going to talk about some of the houses on Brick Street, some of the very historic houses on Brick Street, some of the people that lived on Brick Street, and some events that have happened on Brick Street.
Ooh.
Some of those are not great events. Murderous events.
Now we're getting a little scandalous over there.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
like it. Yeah.
So it'll be a mix of history.
Uh-huh.
It'll be
So-
a mix of history, a little bit of something for everybody.
So, okay, it's this kind of, I'm trying to get the visual of this, which I love this. This is so awesome.
ma'am.
And I think it's fantastic. Will you be walking, like,
Okay, so I want to point out we're not going to do the hill.
Okay, I just wondered, like, will they start at the top of the bricks and then go up? How far?
We're going to start around City Hall,
Okay.
and we're going to walk down the south side of the street, the right side of Brick Street, and then about where Hayes Avenue is, we're going to cut across and then go back up towards DeWalt's Funeral Home.
Okay. Okay.
And that's where the tour will end at, is at DeWalt's.
Okay. Very interesting. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, my understanding, which I could be wrong, maybe I just dreamed this, that let's go to the square. All 4 entrances and exits to our square were actually brick at one time. Now, this is what, now, maybe I'm off, but so they went ahead and paved the other ones, but they left this because for the historical part. Maybe I
did not know that to be true.
Well, and that might not be true. You know what I mean? I don't want to be
So obviously at the museum we have tens of thousands of photographs in our archives. I have never seen.
What was it? What would it have
another
been before it
street
was
that
paved? Would it have been
dirt.
just dirt? Okay.
Dirt.
So actually, then.
Up until the 19, there really wasn't a reason for improved roadways until cars were invented. So prior to that, you know, it was all horse and buggy, so almost all of our streets were dirt.
Okay. And then I guess they'll have to take the tour. Now, I don't want to give away the secrets
Yes,
to
ma'am.
find out why this was done.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But obviously, cars had a lot to do with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
The
Give a
invention of
give
the
some
automobile.
teasers there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I do have a question.
Sure.
So where do they need to go
Oh,
to
okay,
get
sure.
Yeah.
signed or to pay to do the
So
tour?
you can make early reservations if you choose to. You can call us at the museum. Our number is 812-883-6495. You can also reach us by email at info@johnhaycenter.org. Or the day of the festival, either day of the festival, we will have a table set up next to the John Hay House on College Avenue, where you can sign up for the tour and pay for your fee, and that is where we will meet at when the tours begin. Like I said, they start at 11. We have another tour at 11:30, and another tour at 12, and another tour at 12:30, and then we take a lunch break, and then we do 2, 2:30, and 3.
Okay. All right. And then on the tours, do you need to be able to? Is there going to be a lot of walking? Would you consider that?
It is a walking tour.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, it is. And if you're familiar with the sidewalks of Salem,
Yeah. Yeah.
some of those can be a little treacherous. There's not a lot of that. The sidewalks are really pretty decent on Market Street.
Yeah.
There's a little section, Becky, down towards Hayes Avenue where there's about maybe 10 or 20 yards that is a little sketchy.
Okay.
It's a brick sidewalk, and it's been there for over 100 years.
But if someone did have some issues, you could help. It could
yes.
be helped. Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we just want everybody to be able to go on the tour.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Which is going to be. I don't think we've never done this. This is like the
uh-uh.
first time. I love this.
As far as I'm aware, it is the first time for a tour on Brick
Now
Street.
the proceeds. Let's go over the proceeds.
Proceeds go to benefit the John Hay Center.
Love
Unfortunately, the tour guides don't get that money. It all goes to the Washington County Historic Society, and that's just to help maintain our facilities.
Right. Well, yes, and that's what we need to take into account. And then, of course, then just like with the pie contest and everything, all of the proceeds that get made for those Settlers Day goes back for next year.
Next year.
For
Yeah.
next year, yes, ma'am.
So that we can
Keep on keeping
keep
on.
on keep. Yes,
Well,
exactly.
right.
We
No,
keep,
no.
And hopefully, we can do some things to where we can offer more, and that kind of thing. 'Cause, of course, you want it to grow, and you want to attract people, and you want to do things to get more to come and see what we have here and things like that. So yeah, that's what it's the same thing for us.
Right. I just want everybody to remember that whenever, like they're doing the tours,
Yes,
this
ma'am.
helps support the John Hay Center, which,
It absolutely is.
from keeping up the maintenance of the buildings. And we know
Yes.
that anytime you put old-fashioned or primitive or anything like that, the maintenance goes up a little
It's
bit
a
more,
lot.
And also trying to find the materials to do the maintenance and stuff, and then just keeping all that, keeping the grounds beautiful.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that makes sense, and I just want everybody to know that really goes to a great cause.
It is.
So
Yes, ma'am.
that's fantastic, And then you're getting a benefit of a tour out of it, which is fantastic.
Absolutely.
And then Becky, on your end, whenever anything that like the contest or anything like that, the donations, of course, goes to help
Right.
Old Settlers Days, which is fantastic.
Yes.
So you're giving back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's great.
Yes.
It's a great way to do it.
And that, like, the museum is going to be open, and it's
Yes.
there's no charge.
All the buildings, right. All the buildings
for
on the
you to
John Hay
tour.
in the John Hay Center facilities will be open for the public. And like Becky said, we accept donations, but there's not a fee to enter. The Stevens Museum will be open.
Nice.
All the buildings in the Pioneer Village will be open, including the birthplace of John Hay, and the Railroad Depot Museum will also be open all day, both days.
Have you noticed, Jeremy, anytime you've been, it's just wonderful. You can just say Becky, and you're covering both of us.
Yes, I already recognized that straight away. First thing I noticed that.
when you say that's right, Becky.
Right.
To both
Whichever
of us.
one
That's
of you.
exactly right. I love that.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
right. I love that. No, I think it's fantastic. And what's a little extra something that for anybody listening, anybody maybe coming out of town, or for those in town, what's a little something in one of the buildings maybe? I'm putting you on the spot.
Uh-oh.
I know. I do that to you. That might be something to make sure you pay attention to detail. Or maybe in the blacksmith, in the
There's so many things, Becky.
I'm sure.
There's so many things. So, literally, I tell people on a regular basis, our collection, there are millions of items. Millions. We have millions of items. There are significant things in almost every building on our property. Inside the museum, one of the most significant things to me personally that we have in the military room, we have what we refer to as the George Washington button. It is the very first political button ever manufactured in the world, and it was designed by Benjamin Franklin for the second inauguration of George Washington. So it literally was the first political button ever made in the world. And we just happen to have one of those at the Salem Stevens Museum.
What a treasure.
Yes, ma'am. It really is. It really is. You can go to Mount Vernon where Washington lived.
Yes, I've been there. I've been there, yes.
They do not have one of those buttons.
I don't think I've ever seen it, I was going to say.
But we do. So in 1901, a 10-year-old boy was arrowhead hunting down by Pekin, and he found that button in a cornfield. He turned it into a necklace and wore it around his neck most of his life, and after he passed away, his widow came into the museum and donated it to us. About 5 years ago, I was given a tour to a government official from Washington, D.C., and I wanted to specifically point that button out to him. And he happened to say, he said, Jeremy, I actually saw one of those 2 or 3 years ago go up for auction in Washington, D.C., and it sold for $50,000.
Oh, wow.
So it is a significant item.
That is. Oh, that's cool. I want
Yes,
people
ma'am.
to see this. You
Yes,
know, I mean,
ma'am.
That's what
They
a
should
treasure.
see it.
Yeah, that's a treasure. That's pretty cool.
It's in the back of the military room, right next. It's in our Revolutionary War display case, so it's right next to the flag display.
What
So
is
it's
it?
hard to miss.
What color is it? What's it look like?
It is brass or bronze.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Neat.
It has GW in the center of it, and around the edge of it, it says "Long Live the President." And around the edge of that are the initials of the original 13 colonies. Yeah, so it's a pretty
Wow.
neat.
Now you think about like making that. How cool would that have been? I mean, years ago, the talent,
Yes, ma'am.
what went into making that.
Well, Ben Franklin was a talented guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Multifaceted.
yeah. Love
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
That's pretty cool. Well, that's neat. That's really neat. Well, I hope everybody gets a chance to stop by and see that. And I think on the buildings too, though. You know what I mean? Just going back and looking.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
which is your favorite building?
Oh, wow. Well, probably the John Hay House is my favorite building on the property. Obviously, it's our namesake.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be there without the John Hay House. Thanks to Everdeen and Warda Stevens Stout and several other people that were part of the Historical Society. When that house came up for sale in 1965, it was the first time that house had been for sale since 1842, when John Hay's family left Salem. So whenever the Historical Society purchased that in 1965, it started the entire process and initiative of the John Hay Center. So probably the John Hay House is my favorite building. And originally that was the first Washington County Seminary. It was a college preparatory school, and it was constructed in 1824, so it's 201 years old. That's another reason why it's my favorite building on the property. So it started out as just 2 schoolrooms and 2 teachers' rooms. And that school became so popular that they moved to the end of the road and built a 2-story seminary so they could allow more students to attend there. And that's how College Avenue got its name. It was from the seminaries. So after it became so popular and they built the bigger one, they put the house up for sale, and Dr. Charles Hay and his new wife Helen purchased it for their private residence. And of course that's where John and 3 of his siblings were all born in that house.
That's so cool.
And of course John's dad was a medical doctor, Dr. Charles Hay, and he was overactive in the cholera epidemic in 1833. So he saw an innumerable amount of patients in that home, where he also had his doctor's office, was there in the house. So sometimes we pontificate about how many people may have passed away in that house. Can't say that it's haunted, though. I can't say that it's haunted. It's one of the most peaceful places on our property, if you ask me.
Well, they could be peaceful, I guess.
It's a very peaceful
Can't say that
home
some things
to
just,
walk
you know,
into.
move from
Yes.
side one part of the room to the other part of the room, but, you know, we can't say that, but
Right.
if it was to happen, you know, yeah.
I haven't witnessed anything like that in the John Hay house. I can't say that I haven't witnessed stuff like that on the property.
Yeah, we've done, you and I,
Yes, ma'am,
you and
we
I,
have.
Jeremy and I have done some, like,
We have done
yes,
some stuff.
we've
Yes,
done
ma'am.
some stuff with all of that, and,
Remind me after a while, I have a video to show you.
okay, yeah, we've had some crazy, yeah. Jeremy and I, we've been kind of the thrill seekers, haven't we?
Yes,
we
ma'am.
brought a group, yeah, we had some fun with that, but it's just interesting, and I think it's a huge
Whole
part of
property is
history.
interesting.
It is very interesting,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
And it's one of those that, like,
Of course, our Pioneer Village, you know, those are literal pioneer cabins that they went out into the county and deconstructed and brought to our property and reconstructed. So there's a tremendous amount of history there. Tremendous amount.
and what do you think that, like, you know, you come into, you know, the parking lot there, and of course, I need to put a pin in that for a second. Where is parking? Where would be good places for
Oh.
people to park? Everywhere?
Well,
Anywhere?
pretty much anywhere.
Anywhere you find?
Yeah, the
Of
depot
course,
parking lot's open.
Yes.
Our
and that's
parking
where-
lot will be closed.
Yes.
Yeah.
The depot parking lot will be open, and that's where most of our handicap parking is going to be directed to. But of course, City Hall will be available along the street. You know,
A lot
you
of
can
people
on
park at the Christian church.
Yeah.
and walk over.
Sometimes the Mosers are nice to let us.
Yes.
The
yes,
Mosers
you-
Chiropractic.
Yeah.
We can use that.
Sometimes lets us use
If
their
you're
parking lot.
adventurous and you need
Yeah.
that and you like that exercise, you could always park at the bottom of the fairgrounds and
Make
well,
the
it's
trek
a
up
beautiful,
the big
it's a beautiful
hill.
walk, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
and then around the square and things like that. Pretty much the parking. It is there, and
Uh-huh.
it's just you just kind of got to look for it a little bit.
I don't think I've heard anybody ever complain. I mean, I think there's enough
No.
area.
I don't know that I have either.
I don't think I've ever heard.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
No.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, and there's lots of little alleys, where you
Yeah.
park, that you can cut through and things like that to get to us and stuff like that. So yeah, that's where we try to designate at least most of the parking in the depot for handicap accessibility.
Makes sense.
And so, but yes.
Right. Well, I just realized that we need to talk for anybody out of town, especially. I think us locals, we know that.
Yeah.
we've got our.
Yes,
we've
ma'am.
got our.
Yes, we know
Yes.
the secrets.
Yeah, we stay quiet. It's like, okay. So when you come into on the grounds, and which is I call it the parking lot, but really it'll be closed because it'll be everybody will be walking around, and those big rocks that kind of like the center of it all. What's kind of that story right in that area there? What just kind of that?
So a lot of the stones that line our village are original hand-hewn foundation stones from people's homes. Yeah, so there's a lot of limestone blocks like that. Now, some of the other stonework in there does have stories behind it, Becky. The entryway to the first brick sidewalk that you come to is the old entryway to the John I. Morrison home that used to be behind the Salem High School. And John I. Morrison was a typical Hoosier schoolmaster, old Hoosier schoolmaster. He taught at the seminary, the Washington County Seminary. So he taught at the John Hay House when it originally opened in 1824, and then at the big seminary, and then he became a professor at IU, and then eventually he became, I think it was the treasurer of the state of Indiana, and then he opened a school in Knightstown. So that's one of the stone archway entry is historically significant.
How appropriate for his family to donate this. So to put
Yes,
this,
ma'am.
Right?
Yes,
And
ma'am. Absolutely.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yes,
I've
ma'am.
always loved that.
The big boot.
Yeah.
I guess you've seen the big boot on
Yeah.
the sidewalk. So the big hand-carved limestone boot on our sidewalk is from Henry Streaker's Fine Boots and Shoes, which was a shoe store on South Main Street that closed in, I want to say, like 1905. If you go by the old county jail, which is now the women's shelter, you can still see a bit of the advertisement on the building next to it, where it said Henry Streaker's Fine Boots and Shoes. That advertisement is still sort of there. It's faded, but it is still there. But it literally sat in front of that store and was the hitching post for buggies and horses.
Yeah, I don't think a horse could pull that.
No,
I think that would be a good hitching
I don't think
point.
it could
I can't
either.
even imagine how much that thing would weigh.
I had a mason one time tell me that limestone, 1 foot by 1 foot square of limestone, weighs 150 pounds. So that boot's what, about 3.5, 4 feet tall?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it'd be really heavy.
Would that limestone have come from up our neighbors up here in the Bedford
I
area?
suspect.
Ah.
Well,
Or the-
maybe not. So
Okay.
back in the beginning, I mean, we quarried our own limestone, and I think they even named Indiana limestone Salem limestone. I think, if you ask a geologist.
That's cool though.
But we did quarry our own limestone. The quarry on West Market Street, it's could possibly have come from there.
That's neat.
That's where the stones from our courthouse came from. Was that quarry? It was called Zink's Quarry back then. Emmanuel Zink.
Well, I would think the closer you could get it, the better it would be for whatever your structure you're building.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
that would make sense.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Cut down on cost.
Yeah.
Because shipping it down
And-
from Bedford
and
in
back
the horse
aches.
and buggy days would have
Yeah,
been.
horse aches.
Yes.
And back aches. Yeah.
So I don't know for sure, Becky.
Yeah, cool.
If it came from Bedford or if it came from Salem. I'm inclined to think that it probably came from Salem.
I think so too.
Yes,
I just
ma'am.
didn't realize that.
Because it would have been, he opened that store prior to the courthouse being built, so that quarry was really in its prime during that time. So I think it's a good possibility
Yeah,
that
I
it
think
came
so
from
too.
that
That
it
makes
came
sense.
from the West Market Street quarry.
I like that.
Yes,
That's-
ma'am.
I like that story.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Makes it really cool. All right, so this is going to be exciting, and I hope everybody comes and gets all of this. And of course, if you see Jeremy or Becky, say a big thank you to Becky for organizing all this, and thank her for sure. And then on Jeremy, thank him, but also see if you can get a story. Tell me a story, Jeremy.
Just come to the museum. We're open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I personally give tours through the museum, so you can get a whole bunch of stories out of me if you're willing to pay for a tour.
Yeah, I love that. Which
Yes,
is
ma'am.
well worth it. Yeah, for sure. Well, I think we've got a big heritage, as we can see. 150th anniversary of Old Settlers Days, and I think throughout the years, the different committees, the different festival, chairmen, we've had different variety, but it's never like it's always been the same. The main, I guess, okay, like if you're making a soup, you might
Right.
put some other ingredients in it,
Mhm.
but we still have always had this beautiful core
Yes.
of
Yes,
of
ma'am.
where we've held it, around the time of September,
Mhm.
October, time frame, and so I think that's where it's so special.
Right.
And I think that keeping the basic, ingredients
Mhm.
have been very valuable, and I thank you guys for doing that
Yes,
and not
ma'am.
going away from that.
It
Yeah.
is all about honoring our pioneer heritage. It always has been.
Yeah. And I like when people dress up. I
Yeah.
don't, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there's
But
not a lot of people.
they used to dress, yeah.
There's not a lot of people that do that anymore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But if you want to,
But if
you-
you want
Please
to,
do.
Please do.
and I've seen, families, and I love it when they get the children involved
Yes,
and
ma'am.
everything. And this
That's
is
the best.
This is great for parents too, or grandparents, because when you bring the children and they're watching this, they're not realizing they're getting a history lesson.
Yes.
I mean, they're not
Right.
realizing that they're getting, and they can actually see it, for the visual of it.
And you were asking Jeremy about like hidden things throughout the museum, maybe in the buildings or whatever. And one thing that I forgot to highlight is Kaylee, who also works at the museum. She's put together a scavenger hunt. So we will have one for the adults and one for the children. They can get it at the Old Settlers Day information booth. We'll have them. So they've highlighted certain things in different buildings as well as the museum, or outside things like the stones, like the boot or things like that. So that also gives them kind of a history lesson.
Yeah.
But it's an activity that the parents can do, or depending the age of the kids, it'd be like, okay, here, you go around,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get that apple cider while you
Yeah.
look for it or something like that. But that is an event that for the kids, one of the ones that we'll have there. And this year a little different. Instead of giving everyone something when they turn it in, we'll have like a little, like a dum dum sucker or something. But then at the end of each day, we're gonna draw. So we will draw one adult and one child from the bin who participated in the scavenger hunt for that day. And then we'll do it on Saturday and Sunday. And Kaylee's working on getting some prizes, things that they have there, either at the depot or at the museum for that age appropriate winner. So the scavenger hunt seems to be really fun for the kids, and it does get them to interact into the buildings and look for it. I do know that John Kaiser is going to be in the ag barn. I forgot
Yes,
to
he
say
will.
that. So, and I think he'll be doing the corn.
Grinding corn. Yes, ma'am.
Corn.
He will.
He'll be demonstrating the grinding of the corn, and he's got, like Jeremy, he's got a story to tell.
He's also bringing his brother with him this year, who canes chairs.
Oh, I didn't know that. Awesome.
So he'll be caning chairs.
Okay, so that's a new thing.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
gonna
wasn't
be-
aware of that one, so that
Don't
sounds
you love
nice.
it whenever you have different communities and different people, and everybody just takes what their basic and just elaborates and does more.
Yes.
Brings people and
Absolutely.
brings.
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't that wonderful? That's so good.
Yes.
Now, you think there'll be anything for purchase?
I'm not sure about that.
I'm not for sure.
I didn't
At least you
ask
get
him.
names and numbers, maybe, if you
Yes.
at that
Yes.
time, if they don't bring anything to purchase, maybe you can get a name. or
Go to the
number.
ag
Yeah.
building and see the Kaiser brothers.
Yes. Yes.
And where will which building is that one located at? Is it
So
at-
the agricultural barn is in the parking lot of the Depot Railroad Museum. And all the doors will be open. It's hard to miss.
which we encourage them to go, and there's like a little picnic area too there, if
Yes.
they want to.
Yes, the
have a
shelter
picnic area,
house
which
is
I
right
like
next
that.
to the agricultural building. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
that's nice.
And we'll have picnic tables set up actually this afternoon behind the Hagman house there.
In the village.
In the village area. So it's kind of close to where the food court is.
Sure.
So if you were to get something at the food court, and then you could go to the picnic area and it's shaded and have your snack or your lunch or whatever. And then at the depot, of course, the ladies will have tables set up in there.
Okay.
And the little meeting room there, so you can eat inside the depot if you choose to go down there to have lunch, if you don't want to take it out, unless you want. And the shelter house is close to the depot, of course, so if you wanted to come and eat at the picnic tables there,
Right.
that is great. But there'll be seating for everyone at each spot. So yes.
Love that. Now, will the depot be open too for tours?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's
Yes, the depot will be open to the public for free.
yeah. I encourage everyone to do that too. To,
Yes.
to do
Yes, ma'am.
It's
Definitely hit that up too. Yeah.
That's you guys got a full day of everything, right?
We do.
Yeah. So let's start off 10 a.m. Saturday morning,
Yes, that's correct.
which I love starting off with the national anthem.
Yes.
And I love that. I think that just, and it's so peaceful that morning whenever the flag and then
Yes.
the
And this year, the Boy Scouts aren't going to be able to join us. They're actually going on a trip themselves. They're going, I understand they're going to Gettysburg.
Oh, good
So
for
they're doing a
them. That's a
trip,
cool trip, though. Yeah.
And I understand, but hopefully then next year they've got us wrote down so that they can come back and we can do a flag ceremony as
Okay.
well. But again, we will open and we'll highlight the day's events and things like that and start the day off. And hope it's just going to be a great weekend. And
Oh, yeah.
the festival will then closes at 4 o'clock.
Okay. So each day, and then, but on Sunday it opens at 8 with the church.
Yes.
service.
And then like it opens at an 8 o'clock church service, but then the vendors don't actually open until 10.
Okay.
But
That's
we
wonderful.
want to encourage anyone who would like to come to the church service there at the church and listen to the message that it does start at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, love that. And then it'll go till 4 again on Saturday,
Yes.
right?
On Sunday, yes.
I mean Sunday, sorry.
Yes.
And then at 4:01 you guys will drop.
Well,
or 4:05 maybe.
I have
It might
a
be a
feeling.
little later
I
than
have
that.
a feeling it'll be a little later
Then
than that,
everybody's
Becky.
gonna drop, right?
After we take everything down and clean everything up, and
Then
Yeah.
you'll drop.
maybe
right?
about 6:01 we'll all
Maybe,
drop.
yes.
Yeah. And if anybody just for some reason has all that energy and they're ready to get a good workout and want to come help vendors or help people,
Please do.
you know what I mean? You know, it's always, a great if you want to come and just volunteer your time to help
Yes.
tear down or take down. Yeah.
That would be wonderful. We
Wouldn't that be great? Yeah.
greatly accept anyone who would be there to help us.
Right. Well, I think this sounds fantastic. I think it's wonderful. I think it's going to be so much fun, and I love that we're highlighting a beautiful part of our community and showcasing it for everybody to come and
Yes,
enjoy.
ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always good reminders for us locals too to remember how blessed we are.
Yes.
You know, so.
Absolutely.
So thank you for putting all this together, Jeremy. I don't know if we have time for a story, but you got something real quick for us, or am I
Well,
putting you on the spot, or just
no, I mean I could tell you a story. I don't. How much time do we have?
just take a few minutes? Let's do it.
So that was one of the things I was going to tell you, Becky. You know, literally, with our 211-year history in the town of Salem, I could probably do historical tours of almost any street in the town of Salem because there's so much history. One of the things that we've done in the past, Daniel and Charity Main and myself have done murder and mayhem tours around the square, and one of the more popular local stories that people connect with is a story about Brady Shrum and a terrible tragedy that she witnessed. So in 1901, Brady Shrum and two other school teachers, Nellie Gates, who was a 23-year-old art teacher, and the other girl's name I've forgotten. Her last name is Bear, but I can't remember what her first name was. But at any rate, they were all in their early 20s, and they had went to see a comedy troupe in the old opera. They called it the Opera House. It really wasn't. We did have an opera house, which is where the Salem Police Department is now. But there was a fraternal organization called the Knights of Pythias, and they had an opera house or a meeting room on the 3rd floor of the Warner building, which last was Mr. T's Antiques, that building on the south side of the square. The opera house or meeting room for the Knights of the Pythias was up on the 3rd floor. So the girls had went and seen a traveling comedy troupe there, and afterwards they came down and they walked Miss Bear to her home, and after that they went back down past Mr. T's, going down South Main Street to a picture frame, to get a picture framed, or they were having, Nellie Gates was having a picture framed. So she went into, I can't think of the name off the top of my head, Becky, but she went into the store to pick up the picture, the framed picture, and as they were walking out of the store, Brady and Nellie were admiring the picture together, and Nellie made some comment about, wasn't it keen, which is an old expression, but she said that it was keen. At that same time that they had come out of the store, 3 workers for the Knights of Pythias were hoisting a barrel of coal up to the third floor window where they heated the opera house up there with old coal furnaces. So the half barrel of coal probably weighed about 220 pounds. Right as they got it up to the lip of the window, the rope snapped. And the guy on the ground that was holding the guide wire yelled out, "Watch out, ladies!" And the barrel came crashing down. Now, there happened to be a young boy who was a former student of Brady Shrum's that was going south.
It's another hour. Speedy, Greg, Adler, all here ready to go. Broadcasting from the real world. Thank you for being with us today. If you missed the first 3 hours, you missed a lot. Go back and grab it on the archive today. Get it on our YouTube channel or our podcast channel. Follow them both. Subscribe, notifications, all that. Another Strange Encounters coming out this weekend. You don't want to miss that. Also, another Rick and Bubba's Greatest Hits and Radio Gold. All coming out this weekend. Be ready to go. Wednesday Bible study yesterday. The archive is now available as well on both the YouTube and the podcast channel. So, Speedy, this one's going to hit close to home.
Okay.
And as if you haven't been through enough today. Rule breaker. So, Florida man accused of going 124 miles per hour.
Fast, y'all.
Tells the troopers, "I'm sorry, I have to go to the bathroom."
Well.
And,
now,
if you've ever had to
Speedy,
go.
if they would have been behind clocking you when you were trying to get off the interstate.
Again, if it just hadn't turned red,
Like
I'd have made it. If it had stayed green, I'd have gotten through there.
I know it.
And it just didn't.
Didn't turn.
I felt like we could have made it. The car in front of me stopped, and it was over.
You couldn't run the mic and do
It's
it.
like my body said, "And I will take over from here."
I'm done.
Your body said, "We gave you clear instructions. We told you where our limitations were, and you've exceeded them.
Yep.
We will now take over."
Could see the bathroom from where I was.
Oh, God
see it
love
across
you.
Hey, what was that there?
intersection.
God love you.
So
Boy,
you wish
How about
you
when you just give up and you're like, "Okay, here we go."
Yeah. So now I can move into this mode.
I'm an adult, and this has
Clean up.
happened. So this is
I'm
from
moving to cleanup.
This is from Gulf Coast ABC and
NBC.
NBC 11.
NBC, I'm sorry, it says ABC
And I
here.
think, to be honest with you, I think this guy, after you hear this piece of the newscast, I think he just said that's what he was was doing. I think he was really drag racing.
Okay.
But don't miss the anchor's name. Here we go.
Treating the Midpoint Bridge like the Daytona 500. State troopers caught a Camry going 124 miles per hour.
Wow.
Thanks for watching Gulf Coast News. I'm
That's
Peter
scary.
Bush.
And I'm Christy
What's
Soto.
his
Troopers arrested David Stone, who they say was driving the Camry. Gulf Coast News reporter Mohammed Abdulkawi is showing us the moments troopers chased him down.
15-year-old Joshua Thomas is in the process of learning how to drive.
15?
He knows street racing is a bad idea.
I see it probably like at least 2-3 times a month.
That's not
people
the
Okay.
trying to race.
Using our roads as a racetrack.
It's just gonna keep happening. There's no way to stop it.
Well, there is one way. Florida Highway Patrol shows us how it's done. Around 3 Sunday morning, troopers say they saw a Toyota Camry and a motorcycle racing on Summerlin Road near Colonial Boulevard in Fort Myers. They ended up on the Midpoint Bridge for a quick race. Dashcam captures how fast they were going. The Camry, 124 miles per hour. The motorcycle, 140.
Hey!
Troopers identified the driver as David Stone.
The Camry driver did not have a license. That's red flag number 1. Number 2, this is all happening at 3 in the morning. Where they're going at 3 in the morning, I do not know.
When troopers pulled over Stone here at this intersection of Veterans Parkway and Country Club Boulevard, the reason Stone said he was driving so fast was because he just wanted to go to the bathroom.
Horrible decisions all over the place.
Stone's need for speed ended up with a pit stop to the Lee County Jail. His car also impounded because of the state's super speeder law. Meanwhile, Thomas has this message for other drivers.
If you're racing, it's really not worth getting points on your license.
FHP says that motorcyclist that was clocked going 140 miles per hour is still on the loose. When caught, that motorcyclist has several charges waiting as well.
Apparently it's pretty hot out there.
Is that guy?
That guy, give the guy a towel.
I'm with y'all. What did it matter, that kid's opinion?
I don't know.
Is
Why
the
was
only
he involved?
the only community outrage we could find was from a 15-year-old. Did Peter Bush think anything about it? That was the anchor's name.
I just want to see if
But
he
I
caught
want to
that.
know. So we take a random kid and ask him about street racing, and he has nothing to do with the story. If I'm a reporter,
Am I wrong? Did I miss something?
Hey,
Is there a
find section that got taken out? Find somebody in the community that can talk about how they're sick and tired of these street racers. I got a 15-year-old kid here. Sounds pretty smart. And I go with him. I'm like you. I thought he was driving. I thought, man, he was 15. He was driving. Have you ever had a 15-year-old like set you straight? I mean, come on. I just don't.
Let's get advice from
15-year-old.
That was odd.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching Gulf Coast News. I'm Peter Bush.
Hey. Thank you for watching.
It was Gulf Coast News. It's Gulf Coast News.
Okay. Thank you for watching. I thought Muhammad struggled a bit with the word caught. Oh, too.
Would you go by your middle name? I wonder what his Peter's middle name is.
George Bush.
I'd might go by my middle one.
Yeah.
Surely that's not his middle.
I might go ahead and work on that last name. You know.
Well, I mean,
right.
You could be Frank Bush or something like that,
Yeah.
but I just even Greg. I'll go with Greg Bush.
Yeah, not a lot of that. I don't think I would.
You would?
Probably not.
Richard.
No,
There it
no, we're
is.
not doing that.
No.
Chris
Bush. What if my name was Chris Bush? That'd be cool.
Ooh, yeah.
And I'd add like a surname, like Bush Light. Greg gets it. Greg
I
gets
get it.
Yeah, it was a beer joke. Sorry.
Yeah. Great prize. You're not going to get a beer joke by Greg, I promise you.
Greg got
Okay, so
Sorry.
Great prize is the first thing he said.
for the money. Greg, now you put that over in the economy beer. Oh, right? absolutely. It's a utility.
I'm so serious.
Right. Well, you know, we're a little low on funds, but wasn't always Bush Light.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, I don't know. I don't know what his middle name was. I really don't. I don't know. I got a good one, but I'm not going to say it.
I'm Peter Bush.
I'm thinking that right now, today, it's a weird place I find myself in. I think I'm in the least amount of trouble of the entire show today. And that's weird. It's a weird place for me.
Yeah. That's true.
Right.
That's true.
I'm not sure who's going to the meeting. Yeah. Right. It's like a crowd.
So this guy, he gets caught. Obviously, he was drag racing, and the motorcycle went off and left him. And he just came up with, I've got to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm sure police officers have some pretty funny reasons that people make up.
Oh, yeah.
I know one, Rick, that it was serious.
Easy.
I think one of your parents was weren't you trying to get to them? And
No, she actually was. Yeah, she was having a heart attack. They thought.
Yeah.
And no.
I mean, you don't get any more serious than that.
No,
and they didn't care.
And the officer just obviously didn't believe it. And then where I should have left it alone is he says, there a reason you're going fast? And I said, there actually is. I just found out that I think my mother may be having a heart attack. They've rushed her to the hospital, and it's an hour from where I work, and I'm trying to get there as quick as possible. Yeah. And then he said, well, hang on a minute, and he went and wrote me up. And when he came back, and I shouldn't have said this, I just said on behalf of everybody. So what were you looking for?
Right.
That don't get me. Right. Is there something else? I mean, that's a pretty good one.
That's on the I think maybe top 4 or 5 list.
Yeah. And I said, sir, I even stopped short of my mom may be dying, but honestly, a heart attack, I could have said.
Yeah.
So
I sit here.
So do you just not believe me? Because I think that's pretty good.
Is it not important? Or do you don't think it's important?
That might even get you escort me a few miles or something. But,
please, can you help me?
But he just made me sit, and mom had to wait a little longer on primary.
You had a fine. You had a fine you had to pay.
Yes, I did. And you know what? You don't speed, And we, speed limits apply no matter what the situation.
They do.
But he did ask. I didn't offer. He asked, is there a reason that you're going at this speed?
And you thought, well, actually, there is.
And I didn't say, well, I'm just trying to make a good time. I said, well, my mom is in medical trouble, and I've been told about it, and I'm trying to get there.
Yeah, but that didn't do it.
It didn't do it. He said, okay, well, hold on.
You're right, Jeff. I'll try to ride you up a little fast.
It didn't work. When we come back, we go unscreened phone calls because we lack discernment. Right after this.
This is the Rick Burgess Show.
MyPillow's excited to announce they're having their biggest 3-in-1 sale ever. MyPillow bed sheets, $29.88, any color, style, and size. My Towels are finally back in stock. Get a 6-piece My Towel set for only $39.98. The limited edition premium MyPillows are just $17.98 for queens and $19.98 for kings. And when you order over $100, you get free shipping plus $100 in free digital gifts. Head to MyPillow.com/BigVox. Use the code BigVox or go to RickBurgessShow.com.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-956-1220 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-956-1220 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-956-1220 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com. Paid for by Stellus Pharma.
The soul of the West lives on in every pair of handcrafted cowboy boots. At Boot Barn, we're proud to carry a heritage brand that's been preserving tradition and honing their craft since 1879. Made with techniques passed down from father to son, Justin boots stand for quality, comfort, and timelessness. With roots going back over 100 years, they're more than a boot maker. They're a Western legacy. Justin Boots at Boot Barn.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
The soul of the West lives on in every pair of handcrafted cowboy boots. At Boot Barn, we're proud to carry a heritage brand that's been preserving tradition and honing their craft since 1879. Made with techniques passed down from father to son, Justin boots stand for quality, comfort, and timelessness. With roots going back over 100 years, they're more than a boot maker. They're a Western legacy. Justin Boots at Boot Barn. At Boot Barn, we know you need a reliable work boot. A boot that has withstood the test of time. When you feed, build, and fuel the nation, you can't take chances because you wake before the sun rises and end the day after it sets. Dating back to 1892, Thorogood takes pride in building high-quality work boots designed for hard-working people, because reliability comes first. Thorogood at Boot Barn Work.
You've heard me talk about Relief Factor, how people enjoy a more pain-free life because of it. If you're dealing with everyday pain, Relief Factor has a pretty pain-free offer. Their 3-week quick start is $19.95, less than $1 a day. Now, Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. It doesn't just mask pain temporarily. It helps reduce it, and for a lot of folks, it eliminates their pain. Give it a try today at ReliefFactor.com or call them 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF, or go to RickBurgessShow.com for info.
And now, the most dangerous 10 minutes in radio. Unscreened phone calls. Get in now by dialing 1-888-6-BIG-BOX.
And here we go, America. You come right at us. Nothing between us and you, except the computer mouse that I can hang up on you, and the dump button. But here we go. Fire up. All lines are open. While you're doing this, some of you listening on buyraycon.com/BigVox, and you're digging it because the everyday earbuds now have a few bells and whistles that have been added, but they're still about half the price of the other premium audio brands, but we also get you an additional 20% off. 3 million people already with these earbuds. Why not? Think of all the things I just said. And now the everyday earbud, the only thing that changes are things that are better. They now have added active noise cancellation, multi-point connectivity to pair 2 devices at once, comfortable ergonomic design that actually stay put, and quick charge, 10 minutes gives you 90 minutes of playtime, 32-hour battery. New colors as well. Go right now and get this done. BuyRaycon.com/BigVox. 20% off. Find that link at RickBurgessShow.com under the sponsors. To unscreened phone calls we go, and it is jam-packed. Hello, you're on the Rick Burgess Show. Unscreened phone calls. Go ahead.
Hey, this is Point Dexter. I just wanted to talk to Speedy right quick.
All right, Point Dexter.
I just wanted to let him know that we do have some storage units that you can buy for people in the HOA. It's going to cost you an extra fee, though. But, boy, I'm going to be watching your house, though, Speedy.
Point Dexter checking in.
Yeah.
Thank you. You had a tough day today.
Yeah.
Rule breaker. We continue. Rick Burgess Show, unscreened phone calls. Go ahead.
Hey, long-time caller, first-time listener.
Thanks.
Hey, no joke, I knew a guy that his name was Harry.
That's
I knew
smart,
where that
Rick.
was
That's
going.
smart.
I've been here a long time.
Nicely timed.
Thank you, guys. I'm here all week.
There it is.
Live edit.
Rick Burgess Show, unscreened phone calls. Go ahead.
Hey, guys. Hope y'all doing all right this morning.
Thanks.
Hey, buddy of mine, he was a customer. He was a helicopter pilot in the Air Force, and he said that nut on top of the propeller is called the Jesus nut, and when it flies off, you yell, "Oh, Jesus," and unfortunately, that's probably what happened to that guy.
Okay. Maybe old Buddha. Yeah. Well, Greg, thank you for being
Where
here.
is that?
Thank you for that nice pickup. Rick Burgess Show, unscreened phone calls. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
We're good.
Hey, man, I just got a question. I know my wife and my little boy is watching this on YouTube at home. You guys have any kind of movies that you will watch with your wife, and no matter how many times you watch it, there's a point in the movie that will just get her absolutely cracking up?
Like every single time, funny? Not really.
Well, so ours is Support Your Local Sheriff. I'm sure you guys know this movie. James Garner flick, Western, funny Western back in the day. Yeah. Man, there's a point in this show where James Garner is looking at the mayor, and he's speaking with her or with him about his daughter and some of the crazy things that she does. And he just looks at her and says, "Puberty hit her really hard." And we got two girls in school, and every time my wife hears puberty, she just loses it. So, and I just wanted to call and kind of give her a little bit of embarrassment. Her name's Brianna, and she's worried about puberty.
Oh, that's great.
She's laughing again now.
Yeah. No, I can't think of one. I mean, that, like every time, and we watch Elf every year.
Yeah.
But you know, and we might chuckle.
Yeah.
You know, at Miles Finch scene every time.
Most of the time, I'm laughing, and Terry says, "You think that's funny?"
Right.
Yeah, that's.
Lisa's really tough on stand-up comics. Oh, I bet she is. It's tough to make her laugh, isn't it?
Yes. I'm like, you don't think that's funny? Not really.
Wow. I used to love when Larry the Cable Guy would say something he thought that everybody should like. And if you don't like that, you can just get up and get out.
Just get out of here.
Yeah.
Terry does laugh out loud at Kid Danger and Captain Man.
Okay.
There's some
Still
pretty
forget
funny
to watch
stuff.
that.
Well, Rick Burgess Show, unscreened phone calls. Go ahead.
Morning, fellas. Speedy, I love you, man, but I'm having a little bit of hard time having sympathy for you because, I mean, it's like when you live in a HOA, you know, area, can't you kind of expect that to happen? It's like, so...
No.
I agree. Speedy's fine. I agree too. Speedy's a rule breaker.
Clearly.
He
Can't
knows
really
the
expect
rules.
that to happen when you're working on the trailer.
Well,
you're working on it.
You should have.
Don't store it there. I don't store it there.
You realize why that got called, don't you?
Just to get me fired up again.
No, he took the picture.
Probably so.
That's him.
That's right.
Poindexter.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Burgess Show, unscreened phone calls. Go ahead.
Hey, I was wondering if you guys can find a video that's similar to that Camry that you talked about. It's a guy in Florida, too. He was going 107. It's like a black convertible, and when he gets pulled over and they ask him where he's going, he says he has an appointment with his barber. And I just want you guys to listen.
That's really want to ask.
That's funny.
Didn't want to miss it.
All right, we'll try to find it.
Some 15-year-old what he thought about
it. Right. Rick Burgess Show, unscreened phone calls. Go ahead.
Hey, really appreciate the show, especially the part about you guys' personal lives and hobbies. And there's a lot of us out here that collect patches, and I wondered if you'd ever consider discussing that on the show.
That's great. Rick Burgess Show, unscreened phone calls. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I called in earlier about the butter beans. I had one of our superintendents text us and tell me to get back to work. I just want to go on record and tell him, Mr. Austin, I was on the way to work, and I want you to get off my back. I'm at work now.
Get off my back.
Yeah, Butterbean.
You sound like Speedy in the HOA.
That's right. You're probably a rule breaker, too. Probably put your trailer wherever you want.
Hey. Butterbean.
I've got that speeder barber clip if you want it.
Okay, yeah. We'll have to watch that.
It's real quick.
All right, okay, buddy.
Why are you going so fast? I have an appointment with my barber.
An appointment with my barber? It don't look like it. It looks like you better get a new barber.
Mm-hmm. Didn't have much there.
Rick Burgess Show, go ahead.
I got a great idea for Adler, okay? Why doesn't he just store the skateboard at Speedy's house now?
That's a great idea.
That's good stuff.
You talking about rule breaker?
Yeah, rule breaker.
I'm a renegade.
Mm-hmm.
You give me some kind of rule.
The Cove ain't going to tell me nothing. Rick Burgess Show.
They may not have heard of me.
Unscreened phone calls. Go ahead.
Hey, fellas. I was just curious on shirt sizes for you guys if I wanted to send you some shirts.
And I wear a small.
You really need to send three XLs and one medium.
And the medium is for Adler?
Correct.
No. If it runs, see, I'm kind of in a weird spot.
Yeah.
If it runs large, I need a medium, and if it runs small, I need a large.
Yeah.
Good.
That's kind of where I'm
run
at.
different sizes.
With large and extra large. That's kind of very similar.
If it's a comfort color, he wants a medium.
Right.
Yeah.
Shorts are definitely small.
You need to try on the one. You need to try on the one I brought you to, because I can get you a large if you need it.
Okay, I'll try it.
All right. Rick Burgess Show, unscreened phone calls. Go ahead.
Speedy, how many cigarettes did you smoke after you got that left?
It tore me up. Your couple. That's fine.
Adler, is that a youth large?
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Youth XL.
No. My man.
We'll
39.
Grown man. We'll be back.
Come after me. Wait, no, don't come after me.
Come after me. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah.
You haven't been doing that, have you? I can tell.
New schedule. Kid in kindergarten is really tough.
This is the Rick Burgess Show.
When you think of home security, what do you imagine? An alarm that blares after an intruder trips a sensor, catching the attention of a neighbor, and if you're lucky, an agent may call to make sure you're safe, but only after your feeling of safety at home has been shattered. The problem with most security systems is they take action only once a break-in has begun. That's too late. SimplySafe.com/BigVox is different. It's designed to be proactive, not reactive. Here's how. With Active Guard outdoor protection, smart AI-powered cameras identify threats lurking outside the home and immediately alert SimplySafe's professional monitoring agents. Now, these agents intervene in real time before a break-in even begins. Now, that's real security. With a 60-day money-back guarantee and no long-term contracts, SimplySafe earns your business by keeping you safe and satisfied every day. Get 50% off your new system at SimplySafe.com/BigVox. 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 There's no safe like SimplySafe. What does living better mean to you? More money, a bigger house? Well, if you don't have your health, maybe you're dealing with constant pain, I don't think that's living better. Life is better when we feel good. If pain is affecting your life, I suggest you try Relief Factor, developed by a doctor who joined us here on the show several times. This is a 100% drug-free daily supplement that helps your body fight pain naturally. It uses natural ingredients to support your body's response to inflammation. Now, it doesn't just mask pain. It helps reduce and, in many cases, eliminate people's pain. Over 1 million people have turned to Relief Factor, feeling better every day, and you'll live better every day. Try Relief Factor. It's easy because they offer a special 3-week quick start for only $19.95, less than $1 a day. We've been partnering with the team at Relief Factor for 11 years, and believe me, this product works. It helps so many of our listeners. Why not let it help you? Give it a try today at ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF or go to RickBurgessShow.com for more info.
We're Sell My House Fast, and we've been buying unwanted houses for cash fast for 25 years. We buy old houses, new houses, abandoned houses, all types of houses, and we'll buy your unwanted house for cash fast. If you're relocating, inherited a home you don't want, if you've got a tenant you really don't want, Sell My House Fast will buy it fast. If you're behind on taxes, want to avoid foreclosure, if you're going through a divorce or just need cash fast, we'll buy your house at a fair cash price, and we'll close fast too. Sell with us, and there's no real estate agent, which means no real estate commissions. We'll do all the repairs, all the cleaning, and cleanup. We've got hundreds of Google 5-star reviews because our offers are fair and the process transparent. Call now to connect with a qualified local buyer. Call 1-800-734-0504. 1-800-734-0504. 1-800-734-0504.
Hey, it's Raycon's anniversary, and what better way to celebrate than with a deal on the everyday earbud classics from BuyRaycon.com/BigVox. Reliable, super comfortable, and easy to take anywhere. You'll see why they've been a fan favorite since day one. The everyday earbud classics are loaded with upgrades, too. Active noise cancellation, multi-point connectivity, so you can pair with 2 devices at once, and an ergonomic fit that actually stays put no matter what you're doing. There are some great new colors and, of course, the everyday features like 32-hour battery life and quick charge. 10 minutes get you 90 minutes of playtime. Plus, over 3 million customers love Raycons, and they come with a 30-day happiness guarantee. If you don't love them, returns are easy, so nothing to lose by trying them. And right now, get 20% off at BuyRaycon.com/BigVox. That's BuyRaycon.com/BigVox. BuyRaycon.com/BigVox. And you can find a link at RickBurgessShow.com.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-956-1220 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-956-1220 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-956-1220 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step Walk-In Tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Go ahead. Admit it. This show is starting to grow on you, isn't it? The Rick Burgess Show.
You know it is. All right, so we're back. Day 2 government shutdown. We got the posturing by all the politicians out there. Of course, they're not affected by the government shutdown. They'll do just fine. So anyway, Hakeem Jeffries.
Yep.
Hakeem Jeffries is not happy because we have J.D. Vance and Trump. They keep putting a meme up of him dressed as an illegal in a Mexican sombrero.
Yes. Yeah, and he went on MSNBC and he was not happy.
So
about
he was mad about them putting a sombrero on Hakeem. So here he is getting upset about that, and then we'll see J.D. Vance be asked about it. First, here's MSNBC in the Hakeem Jeffries meltdown. Here we go.
It's a disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault.
So Trump took him on MSNBC and doubled down and had him in a sombrero.
He did.
Hilarious.
And then Trump was behind him in a...
Yes.
He dosed down. Double down. Sorry. Okay.
So